Hey guys, how's it going? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out my channel, what is up? I'm Amy. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. So there's been a message, and the last couple days for me have been extremely rough. So I know that this heavy feeling that I'm feeling is not just a message for myself, but it's definitely a message for someone else out there that needs to hear it. If this video calls to you, if it comes across your timeline, if it resonates with you, hit that like button, support your girl. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you guys. But, you know, this is going to be a message that I feel is going to be pretty specific. And I just feel called to share with you just what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what's going on in the collective energy. I don't know about you guys, but for me, the last couple of days, you know, have really hit me emotionally. It's kind of one of those feelings, I'm going to preach a little bit here off and on, but kind of one of those feelings where there's confusion and there's pain and there's triggers. And it just feels like it's not just one thing for me. It feels like just when I think I'm further along in my healing, I realize that I haven't even touched the surface of my healing yet. I've been noticing more and more as I transition and, you know, transform into a higher version of myself that, you know, the things that I used to tolerate, I don't tolerate anymore. How I am more easily triggered now than before. And I know that it's part of the process here where when you are healing through something, it's not a straight line, guys. That's something I want you guys to just understand right now. If you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a loss of something, if you literally feel like the world is against you, if you literally don't feel like yourself right now, you are not alone. There is at least someone out there who is feeling the exact same way that you are. And I think that's why I was called to make this video, because if you're coming across this video, I need you to know that you're not alone. I need you to know that there's always someone out there that is going through something similar to you. Like I said, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a sense of loss, whether you're feeling lonely, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you don't have a voice, you're feeling like you're not where you used to be, but you're not where you want to be. You're kind of in the middle. You're kind of feeling stuck, scared, confused, unsettled. The last couple days for me, I've realized that my healing journey hasn't always been easy. And there have been times that I always thought that when you heal from a breakup or you heal from a loss of something, that pain somehow should go quicker. But I'm realizing that's not the case. You can only put a Band-Aid on something for so long until that Band-Aid gets weighed out, right? It's like putting on a Band-Aid on a cut and that cut is bleeding all over the place. That Band-Aid's not going to do anything. You know what I mean? The blood is going to pour right through that bandage. And I'm realizing that the last, you know, let's say 10, 15 years of my life and all of the trauma that I've gone through and, you know, that I faced, society makes it so a lot of women feel like they don't have that safe place to have a voice, that they have to be strong. You know, we have to be strong mothers, we have to be strong wives, we have to be strong girlfriends, we have to be strong daughters, we have to be strong friends. We have to hold everything down, you know? And I'm realizing, like, the last couple of years here, life just doesn't work like that. You know, eventually you get to that point where you can't fight anymore. You don't want to. It's so exhausting. You realize that the littlest things are triggering you. And that's kind of what I'm saying here, where I feel like the healing journey, and I'm hoping whoever can resonate with this understands where I'm coming from, where it's like, it's not a straight line. It's like a damn roller coaster. One minute you think that you're ahead of the game, right? And the next minute you realize you're not. And I think it's really important that we validate how we feel during this process, and that it's okay not to be perfect all the time. It's okay not to have it all together. I think parts of me that I buried, only for it recently in the last couple of years for things to start coming up to the surface again. And I gotta say, it's uncomfortable, right? You get so used to putting something to the side. You get so used to wearing this mask. You get so used to just being strong. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm sick of being so strong. You know, I'm sick of feeling like I have to have the world on my shoulders, that I have to have everything figured out, that I have to, you know, do everything by myself. So there's moments where just maybe the last year that I've really found myself reaching out to God more, going on some type of spiritual path here, religious path, you know, believing and, you know, just praying that whatever this, you know, hard ass feeling is, that it gets released. In the last couple days here, y'all, man, I'm telling you, when life knocks you down, it definitely knocks you down, right? But I think the purpose of me making this video is because I know that I'm not the only one going through changes. I know I'm not the only one that feels alone. I know I'm not the only one that sometimes feels like everything is up to them to do. I know I'm not the only person that feels like they have to hide who they are, or they are so afraid to be themselves, or they've gone through narcissistic relationships. They have gone through sexually trauma relationships, or, you know, there's just so much. And I think in that moment, it's like realizing I don't want to live in the past anymore. You know, I don't want to be a victim. And I know on some level, in some way, what has happened to me in my journey of life, most of that wasn't my fault. But I've also come to realize, maybe in the past couple of months here, that I've been breaking so many generational curses, and it's frightening and it's scary. And when I sit and just reflect on why I've been through what I've been through, you know, they do say like God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers, right? But again, like being in this place where it's like, I don't even want to be tough anymore, you know? And I know some of you are out there and you're feeling like, you know, I don't even want to go another day with this. I don't want to go another day with these thoughts, with this energy, with this mindset. I mean, the only thing I can tell you guys that has been saving me this past couple of months into the year is prayer, is thanking God every single day that if I am still here, there's definitely a reason for that. But through all of, you know, my healing, my trauma, I never realized how many parts of me were still unhealed. And I think the one thing I want you guys to understand is your flaws, who you are, never be ashamed of that. We are all here for a purpose. We're all here for a reason, you know? And I don't know if a part of this video comes kind of just ranting at this point, but I know that this is a safe place, and I know most of you are going through certain things right now, and you just need to know that you're not alone. You need to know that, you know, you got people who love you, people who support you, and when the going gets tough and you feel like you're backed into a corner, you know, pray. Allow yourself to know that no matter what you've been through, as long as God keeps waking up in the morning, you still have purpose here. And I know it's tough. And I know going through healing is tough. I know going through trauma is tough. I know going through hard times is tough. I know, you know, there are moments that, guess that we just want to let go. I'm going to be the first one to admit it. I've given up many, many times. But I've also fought and fought. And I know I am the woman I am today because of that. Sometimes in the midst of our storm, when we question, what is it that I need to know during this period of my time, God? What is it that I need to know during this, you know, tough lesson that you have for me? You know, sometimes we don't get the answer right away. Sometimes the answer comes within a week. Sometimes the answer comes within 6 months, a couple days, couple hours, couple years, right? But when we look back and we have that second to just like reflect, you know, maybe whatever you're going through right now doesn't make sense. And maybe it will down the road. But I think the purpose of me just, you know, sharing these thoughts with you is you're not alone. You are not alone. There's that heaviness that you're feeling like you have to take the world on your shoulders, feeling like you don't have anyone you can turn to, feeling alone, feeling, you know, that you're unworthy or you're unlovable, or, you know, you've just gone through so much trauma, or you've just experienced so much loss in your life. Every little detail it's like a stepping stone in some way, in some form, because now as you're going through this current storm and you're feeling all of these things and you're saying to God, okay, what is this season's purpose? You know, because I'm not seeing it. I'm hurting and I feel alone and I feel like I don't have anyone and I feel like I can't speak to anyone and I'm feeling insecure and I'm feeling jealous and I'm feeling triggered all of a sudden all the time. And it's like, why? Right? But then you say to yourself, I know that I'm meant for greatness. You know what I mean? Like, I know that this pain that I'm going through right now, this suffering that I'm going through now, this feeling of being alone that I'm going through right now, sometimes we just need that platform to be able to just release, to be able to say, you know what, I'm not okay. I haven't been, but I know I'm going to be okay, because I know that God has me. And I know he's always had me. And I know that whatever storm he is taking me through, I need to go through it. Right? So I don't know if you guys can take anything from this video. I didn't realize I'm already 15 minutes in, but I just felt like I need to talk to you guys. Like I just felt like someone needed to hear something in this video, or someone needs to just hear my voice, maybe. I don't know, but you guys know that I like to just to share with you. Not so much preaching, but more so sometimes when the going gets tough and we don't understand, that's when we got to keep going, you know? That's when we need to keep fighting harder. And I get it. I'm the last person that wants to keep fighting. But think of it this way. The storm that you're in now is not going to amount to the storm. No, the storm that you are in now is not going to amount to the joy that you have coming in. Because some of us are going through huge generational breakthroughs where we are the ones going through the toughest moments. So our generations to come will live way better lives. Does that make sense? So I have been trying to take more accountability and ownership of, you know, my thoughts, and trying to keep my thoughts positive, and trying not to overthink things, or, you know, be in this negative energy all the time. And you know, I try to, you know, give you guys messages of that all the time too, because I understand it's hard, right? But just keep going. Cry if you have to, scream if you have to, but I think the one thing I can just say is that this is not over yet. As long as God keeps waking you up, you have something to keep fighting for. And I think that's where I'm going to end this video. But I just felt like I needed to share that word. So if it helped you guys, if it made sense to you guys, let me know. Hit that like button, comment down below, guys, and I'll speak to you guys soon.